up a moment. The answer is in your heart. You just be true to yourself, and live your life as who you really are. We need not to pretend. We need no made-up vows. The only vow we ever need, we make with love within our own heart. Nobody's wrong and nobody's right. It's just the way things are. We just forget once in a while to look up at our own star. And if we try to understand love without conditions, nobody's wrong and nobody's right. We're all givers of light. We can all give
Hey everyone, Scott Grossberg of ThinkingMagically.com, and it's time for us to spend another magic moment here together on the Hazy Radio Network. Each of us is on a natural journey to fulfill our desires and sidestep our torments. In the past, I have talked about just getting yourself out there and doing something, doing anything to move in the direction of your aspirations, cravings, and passions. Still, some planning for your remarkable adventures is essential in order to bring you relaxation and peace of mind along the way. Let's chat about skillfully creating an actual blueprint or broad action plan for your life. Take the time to consider the following 5 items before taking your next big step forward. First, always be on the lookout for signs and symbols that speak to you and which indicate some circumstances that need your focused attention. These may be potential threats to your success or obstacles in your path forward or some form of control that someone else is attempting to exercise over you and your dream. Second, don't disregard or disbelieve in the power of advisors, guides, and gurus. The most powerful people in the world assemble advisors they can rely upon to help build their empires. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you and me. Third, what information, knowledge, or wisdom are you looking for? Wisdom is that ability to deeply grasp and understand a situation or a person, and it's the capacity for contemplation. Celebrate your expertise and your cleverness. Fourth, for you to achieve the accomplishments of your visions, you must be potent, powerful, and compelling in your ambitions, your goals, and your actions. I want you to have a single-mindedness that gives you the staying power to see yourself through to your chosen goal. And fifth, figure out what magical elixir to take and when. Some of the most successful people are superstitious. Human beings like to feel good, and we love to give meaning to the things we do and the actions we take. Charming yourself with a magic elixir will increase your abilities and talents while at the same time reducing your stress level. I look forward to spending more magic moments with you next week. Until then, feel free to contact me through my website, ThinkingMagically.com, Facebook, Google+, or LinkedIn, and I will respond personally to your posts.
Whatever your worldview is, there's always the broader view with Hazy and Belle Salisbury. Let's get back to the show.
And welcome back to the Broader View, and you're listening to Hazy and Belle Salisbury and our special guest, Angelica. Angelica, I am so excited that you're here, you just have no idea, but we'll go on.
I'm very excited. I'm more excited.
I digress. Okay, so now we have got you, I want to go into how you created your book and your album, because I love this story.
Oh, well, I I never had the confidence that I can write music. I tried a couple of times a few years ago and nothing came out. And because I never received training in songwriting or anything like that. I went to University for Musical Theater and I learned acting and music and dance and stuff, and a little bit of music theory, but I never received any training in songwriting. So in my mind was, well, I can't be a songwriter if I didn't go to school for it.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband, I remarried, his name is Pino, he kept telling me, you have to start writing music. You're a singer, you know your voice better, you have to start writing music. So I tried and tried, nothing was coming out. And then one day I just thought, why don't I just write whatever comes to mind? By the way, I always liked to write, just to write whatever thoughts came to mind, put them on paper. And think, okay, let me start from what I want the song to convey. So I wrote a story, and then the lyrics, I pulled out the lyrics. I always liked to make rhyme when I was a kid, so that came in pretty handy too. And as soon as the lyrics were done, then the melody just came to me. It was so simple, so easy that I was shocked, almost shocked how easy it came to me. It came to me the opposite of what I normally hear that professional composers do. And that's how I wrote all my songs. I wrote the story and then pulled out the lyrics, the essence, turned it into lyrics, and wrote the music. And at the end, I decided to put all these stories into a book form and package it with a CD, because they deserve to be with the music. They're the ones who gave me the ideas for the music.
Absolutely. And
yes.
What people may not realize by listening to the songs and listening to the music is that this is all autobiographical. So this is basically a musical journal.
Yes. Each story is very personal. It's true. It's a lesson that I learned so far. I know I've got much more to learn, but so far, and they're very personal. Yes.
Of all the songs that you've written, which one strikes a chord with you the most?
I feel connected to every one of them, but I think the one that I wrote, it's called Your Love.
Yes.
It sounds like it's a love song, but it's not.
It's not, exactly.
It's a song I wrote for God, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it for Jesus, but it's really, God. We all come from the same place. So I just felt inspired to write that, because I think if it wasn't for God's love, we wouldn't be anywhere. As much as we think sometimes he punishes us, but he never does that. So
no, it's more of a tap on the shoulder, kind of, sort of. Sometimes a little bit stronger tap than we want, but that's what it is. It's just a reminder.
Yeah. So it's a love song that has a twist to it. It's actually God's love to us.
Mm-hmm.
For us. Yeah.
When you write your music, and you wrote the lyrics and the music behind it. Now, do you play an instrument?
No, actually, I just started learning piano late last year, because as a kid, I always wanted to learn piano and my parents couldn't afford it. And I was bugging this little girl when I was going for my ballet class. She was the only girl that I knew that was taking piano lessons. And I was bugging her every single time, and that was about 5 times a week, to teach me this symphony. And I feel so bad I don't remember the name of it. It's da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay.
So she taught me, and I played this piece with both hands as if I was a real piano player. I learned it so well. That was the only thing that I knew. And she taught me little bits, every time we saw each other at class. And then every year that passed, my desire to learn piano grew bigger and bigger, but I never did anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
The older you get, the harder it is to find time to learn and to play how to play an instrument. And last year I said, that's it, enough is enough. So I started learning, and so far I'm actually accompanying myself now in some of my concerts.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and I started to write new songs, and I'm already playing most of my songs that are on my album. I'm accompanying myself with the piano, and it's so liberating. I'm thinking, why the heck didn't I do it earlier?
Well, one thing I do know about you is that you're very disciplined. When you set your mind to do something, you go out and do it.
Yeah, yeah, I am. I can be quite rigid at times because of that, but it helped me. It helped me. I wake up every morning at 6 to 8. I learn piano and I write my book when everybody's asleep. And it seems like it's a little bit of time, 2 hours in the morning, but you do that for a year and you learn an instrument.
Yeah.
You know, it's so rewarding.
Now,
It's so easy. Yeah,
are you a patient person or are you impatient?
very impatient.
Now, how did I guess that? I kind of
Ve-
guessed that.
Yeah, very. But the thing is, I'm very patient with certain things. Like I glued almost 2,000 crystals on my microphone.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I'm doing that. I'm patient like that. I put 300 pieces of kind of handkerchiefs on my skirt. If you look in the video where my video presentation,
Yes.
the skirt I wore in Vegas when I had my book signing there,
Uh-huh.
it's almost 300 tulle handkerchiefs pinned on the skirt. It looks almost like feathers.
I know. I love it. And that's one other thing about you is that you, again, you make your costumes. You still make your costumes.
Yeah, I love it. For that I have patience, but for most things don't. Oh,
Oh, but see, you are one of these people that you don't let things stand in your way. You know, if you're discouraged, you just keep on going. You
well,
just
trust me, I get discouraged a lot, but I just go. I'm thinking, okay, I'm discouraged. Okay, you can feel discouraged, but that doesn't mean you gotta stop doing what you want to do.
right,
I know
exactly.
it sounds weird, but yeah, sometimes and most of the time, I don't feel like getting off the couch at night. I just want to sit down and watch TV. But then I'm thinking, what's this gonna help me, you know? And
Hmm.
I heard someone say something which stayed with me, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life. I can't remember who said that though, but he or she said this: winners, people who don't achieve things, don't like to do things, don't like to get up very early, don't like to do this, don't like to do that. People who win, winners in general, don't like that either, but they do it anyways.
That's true.
How many people you think like to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to work out?
Not me.
Not many, but people who achieve things, they do it anyway. So it stayed with me so much, and it helped me. And this is one thing that I always tell my daughter. You know, don't think that people who who achieve theirs, you know, just loved waking up early and loved working 10, 15 hours a day. No, they didn't, but they did it anyways.
Hmm. You just work your way through it. As tired as you can be, you know, like for instance, if you're getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going about your day, you could be performing that night and not getting home until midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But you're still getting up in the morning to do the work that you have to do the next day. It
Yes,
doesn't
I do.
stop you.
Sometimes I feel like I have to listen to my body too, and if I feel that I need a little bit more sleep, then I'll take an extra hour or so, because it's really important to, if you're not rested and your body starts to brown, then that's it. You can't do anything
Yeah.
anymore. And I went through that a lot.